Got a lot of ground to cover today. Stick around, see what's coming up. Hey everybody, this is Tim. Welcome back to another episode of Boone County Beekeeper. We have a lot of ground to cover today, so we'll get started. I'm going to try not to make this too long of a video. I'm going to try to chop it up into a few videos. But let me say first of all, today is Sunday. It is May the 29th. This is Memorial Weekend. So let me say right off the bat, to all the veterans out there and anybody that's had veterans in your family, we appreciate your service. I have a dear friend who served in Iraq, and I want him to know that I appreciate everything that he's done. My next door neighbor, actually just had a conversation with him this morning. He was in Vietnam. He showed me this morning he had the Bronze Star and the Silver Star. Let me tell you, that's something that we really need to be thankful for. You know, a lot of places they're not able to have the freedom that we do to come out and even do little things like keep bees, you know. So, I mean, we owe that to our veterans. So, you truly are appreciated, and we thank you for your service. And then also, let me say, in this past year, if you've lost somebody in your family, I know what that's like. You know, I lost my mother a few months ago. It's hard. I know how hard it truly is. So our heart goes out to you as well, and we pray for you and hope everything works out good for you. So with that being said, we're going to talk here today. We're going to get in here. We're going to do another hive inspection. This will be week number 2. The first one is at 4 days. We did see some eggs. We did see that they was eating their feed. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here today. I don't know if you can see behind me here, but I have a little small 3-framer that I built. Today I hope to see that we've got some cap brood in here. If we do, I'm going to go over here in this long hive and take me a good shake of nurse bees out of that. And I'd like to pull me a frame of eggs out of this swarm that we caught. I know that's going to set them back just a little bit, but I'm not having any luck catching any more swarms, so I need to build up the yard just a little bit. I mentioned that in the last video. So I'm going to rob a frame of eggs out there, and we're going to try to bake us a queen and see if we can get us another colony established here. You know, it's getting that time of year. It's still time, you know, to do it, but the later that you go throughout the spring and the summer, it gets harder because you got birds, you got dragonflies, you got a lot of things out there. And just because you make a queen, that's no guarantee that she's going to get mated, and there's no guarantee she's going to make it back from that flight. So all you can do is try, and we'll do that, but that'll be for a different video. I'm gonna separate that and have that as a different video as well. Another thing that's happened this week, I'll tell you, the company that I work for, we have went 16 years with a no lost time accident at the plant where I work, and that, you know, in the coal field, that's a big thing. That's quite an achievement. It is. So they gave us a gift card for $250, and I thought that was very generous of them. I'll tell you what I did with mine. Something that I really couldn't afford to just go out and buy on my own, to be honest with you. You know, last year for treating for mites, I used a wand, an oxalic acid wand, and it worked fine. It does. It works slow, but for somebody that's, you know, backyard beekeeper that's got 2 or 3 hives, it's fine. But I don't care a bit. Tell you, my buddy, the one I was talking about was a veteran. he got something for Christmas, and I don't care to say I was jealous. So when they gave me that gift certificate, I knew exactly what I was going to do with it, and that is a Larobe vaporizer. So not used it yet. Don't know. We'll try it. I did go yesterday and bought a 750 watt power inverter for my battery over here. So I'm gonna come up here early in the morning and we're gonna try that. So Arch Resources, thank you. I think I've got $32 in that is what I've got in it, and that's a pretty good deal. So now here today, what do we hope to see? Well, we hope to see some cap brood, as I said. Hopefully they're building out more foundation, you know, more comb. Hopefully they're expanding out. I know probably nothing has emerged yet. It's not been time enough for that to happen, but I'm hoping to see a lot of larvae, a lot of eggs, and a lot of brood. You know, that is what we need to see, and you'll be surprised in the next week or two to come. If we've got brood in there, man, it's going to start blowing up, and it doesn't take long, and this thing will really start growing. So I'm hoping maybe they'll get up big enough we might get us a box full of honey. We still got some time. I've got right at 3 to 4 weeks before the basswood should start hitting really good. Probably within 3 weeks it'll start, and that'll last up into July. So who knows, we may get a few frames of honey. We'll see. So stick around, we'll get in the box over here, we'll see what we got. Now, one more thing I'm going to say is you're probably going to see on here today, I'm going to try something. I don't know how many of y'all have followed this, but old Hillbilly Earl, you know, he talked about his mentor saying about peppermint candy would help with the hive beetle situation. Well, I came up here last Sunday. If you remember, I told you I was going to bring some more feed up, and I did. I brought some more feed up and I put on these girls. And before I left, I got a political sign up under that screen bottom board. I pulled it out, and when I pulled it out, guess what I saw? Hive beetles, several of them. And I don't have a problem with them at my house, but this place here, it may be a little different. So Earl, I'm going to try the peppermint candy. Now, what's funny about that is this. About a year ago, there's a guy that I go to church with, and now next Sunday, June the 5th, I'll be 55, and this guy, he is older than I am. And he told me, I think last year, maybe back in the winter, he told me, this was before Earl ever said this, he said, Tim, he said, you know what my daddy used to feed his bees? And I said, no, Roy. I said, what's that? He said, peppermint candy. Well, I didn't really think a lot about that, you know, other than he fed them peppermint candy, until Earl said that. And that got me thinking, is there a connection? Well, probably so. You know, a lot of times I think we take this things that these old timers say, and a lot of times we discount that, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't discount what they say. Listen, guys, they was keeping bees long before we ever come around. So we need to take what they say to heart, and maybe it's something that we can use, maybe not. I mean, but we should never shoot anybody down for just stating what they do. So I know Walker Bee Ranch, they've tried the peppermint candy, and it seemed like he said that they did see a decline in the hive beetle count. We'll try it, see what happens. You know, I like to talk to these old timers. They've got a lot of knowledge. They surely do. You know, they was keeping bees way before they had things like this. They had to use just what they had, and that's what they used. So we need to take that and we need to apply that if we can. So let's see what happens. Let's get in the box. I'm gonna get set up. We'll see what we got, see what these girls look like. So give me just a minute. We'll get set up and we'll go at it. All right, guys, let's see what we got. See what we got going on here. All right, looks like they have drunk about 2/3 of the feed that we gave them. I see a lot of eyes looking at me there. Got a little bit of burr comb on the top. That's one thing about those feeders. Now they will put a little comb on there. Let's see what we got here. We're going to do a little manipulating today. I know a lot of people don't like to see that, but I've got a brood frame, right, an old brood comb right in the center that's full of honey and nectar, so I'm going to slide it to the outside. We'll rearrange our frames a little bit. Now, same as last week, our first two, nothing on them. Now I'm starting to see some bees. So we'll see what we got. We'll try to go through and pick us out a good frame. Oh yeah, a good frame to make our split with. So here's frame number one. See a lot of nectar. I don't know if you can see that or not. I see a lot of eggs down in there. We've got capped honey up top. Looks like they're putting in pollen. We'll raise that down just a little bit. Looks like we've got a lot of pollen, bee bread. Right off the bat, I do not see the queen on that frame. The other side, if you'll notice, just getting started on it. So I do see eggs. So that's maybe a good one too. I see some young larvae as well, and brand new eggs. So this might be a good one to use in a little bit. We'll see. See what else we got here. Won't take long. This thing will start blowing up on us. Alright, that's got some good weight. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's what we're looking for. If you can see, plenty of capped brood. Lots of capped brood. I see larvae. I do see eggs down towards the bottom of the frame. So this girl, she's been busy. That's good. That's a good sign. Do not see her immediately. She has definitely been there. On this side, same thing. We've got capped brood. See the capped brood right here. I see capped honey. Down in here I see larvae and eggs. Now she's been quite busy. She's been laying like crazy, so that's a good sign. Okay, I do not see her. We'll see what we got on the next one. Okay, now we're over to that old brood comb. Okay. And on this brood comb, you will see we do in fact have some capped brood. We have capped honey. I see larvae. I see a lot of bee bread. You can see the pollen and the bee bread in there. Right off the bat, I do not see her. On the other side, same situation. Capped brood, larvae, eggs. You see a lot of bees here with pollen baskets on their legs. That's good. They're really working. Okay, I do not see her, so we will not move this one to the outside. With that brood, we'll keep it right in the center. Okay. Next frame. Oh wow. This is one of the starter strips, you remember? She's definitely been busy. Busy, that smoke got me. She's been busy. That's a good sheet of capped brood, and the rest of it's laid full of larvae and eggs. So yeah, she's she's one definitely we want to try to make a split off of, because she is a worker, looks like. And same on this side, full sheet of cap brood. I'm telling you something, folks. In a couple weeks, you're not going to recognize this hive right here. It's getting ready to blow up big time. And that's good. We might get it to blow up in time to get a frame or two of honey off of it. We'll see. I sure would like to get a couple frames off of these girls. All right. So our next frame. Okay. So here, they're still working on this frame. Man, they have got it. It is full of nectar. I mean, it's nectar is everywhere. Do not see the queen. This side capped honey. She's been laying on this side. I see larvae. I see eggs. Right off the bat, I do not see the queen. I don't really worry about seeing the queen, as long as I can see evidence that she's been there, and she has definitely been there. This one here may be another good one. I see some very young larvae, and I do see fresh eggs, so this may be a good one to take. Oh, I lied to you. Right there she is. So we'll put her back in. Right there she is. So we know Mama's on this frame. Yep, there she is. So I'm going to put her back in. Okay. So we know that she's okay. She's on that frame. Now, here we go. You can see they've been building. It looks like as soon as they build, she's instantly, they're putting nectar in it. I mean, it is plumb full of nectar. Now, I agree, a lot of it's probably sugar syrup, but there is a lot of nectar in there. So they're looking good. They're going to expand. There's a hive beetle. Squash him. So we're going to have to do something with the hive beetles. So, show you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to slide this one over. That's got nectar in it. And I brought something with me. Alright, I've got a medium frame here. As you can see now, I've waxed it heavy. And what I write on there, I write winter feed. Now, we've talked about this before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one right here in the center. I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to let them go ahead and build that frame out. And the reason I've done that, I'm going to let them build that frame out, and I'm going to let her lay full of eggs, lay brood in there. And what I'll do is when I put my excluder on, I will pull that frame up with the brood on it above the excluder. That is one way to get your bees to come up through the excluder. They're going to come up to that brood and they're going to take care of it. So that's what you want to do to get those bees to come up. So we'll let them work on that for a day or two, in a couple weeks, whatever. When we get ready to put our excluder on there, we'll pull that frame up and we'll drop another one right back down in its place, original deep size. So that's a good way to do it. So they look good. I'm going to go ahead and button them up. And I'm going to make a split here in just a little bit, so I'm going to get back into them. But I'm going to wait just a little bit before I do that. So, guys, that's about it on this part of the video. And we'll see what we got when we get into the long hive. I'm going to get me a shake of bees out of there. But I'm going to go ahead and button them up for now. Then I'm going to come back and rob a frame here in just a few minutes. So, thank you for being with us. Thanks for watching. We'll do a little talk here. Alright guys, so let's talk talk for a minute about what we found there. You know, it looks actually better than what I hoped that it would. Seems like she's a good laying queen, a good working queen. They're still, to this day, they're real gentle. They seem to be gentle. I know they're usually gentle when you catch a swarm like that, but they seem to be very good temperament, and I like that. What I'm going to do here in a minute, like I said, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go over here in this long hive, and I'm going to inspect it next. And then I'm going to take this little 3-framer that you see back here, and I'm going to get me a good shake of nurse bees out of that long hive. And I'm going to come back over and I'm going to rob me a frame of these eggs out of this hive right here. And hopefully they'll make a queen. Hopefully, you know, she'll hatch. Hopefully she'll make her mating flight, and hopefully she'll return. You know, it's a gamble. It's a gamble that you take. You just never know, and as the later the year goes by, those odds go down, but we're still got plenty of time here, so we'll see what happens. As I said, I just want to try to build my yard up, get in some good numbers for next year. So I think she's doing good. You know, seen a lot of brood, seen a lot of eggs, seen a lot of larvae. They're definitely packing in the pollen, packing in the nectar. So I know this is pretty much a repeat of what we saw last week. She is laying very well. I promise you, in the next couple of weeks, you're going to start seeing some things changing. Just got to give that brood time to emerge. You're going to see this thing really start to grow. I guarantee it. And they will grow, and they will grow fast. That's usually what happens. So, as always, I want to thank you for being here. God bless you. God bless your family. I hope you and your family are well, and I want to thank you for being here with us, and thank you for watching. You know, this is a lot of fun. I'm really having a lot of fun doing these videos, and I appreciate every single one of you that takes the time to watch it. All the ones that gives me a like, I want to thank you, and those that have subscribed. That's another thing I might say. I've reached over 100 subscribers. That's not a huge number, but I'm going to tell you something, that's huge to me. I never dreamed I'd even get 100. So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, and I want to thank you. If you've not yet subscribed, hit that button, smash that button, and hit that little bell, and that way you'll be notified. You know, I'm going to try to do a video every Friday, 7 a.m. That's when I'm going to try to release them. But again, I'm going to say thank you to all the veterans, and I'm going to say thank you to all the viewers who are watching this. I surely do appreciate it. All right, you guys, you watch for another video here in a few days, and maybe we'll make a split, see what happens. So take care, God bless you, and we'll see you next time. It's Tim, Boone County Beekeeper. Thank you a lot.